confidence.
That's 16 fouls already in the second half versus only 1 committed by the Cowboys. And that's going the other way.
Nice defense by McHenry. Graham really putting some pressure on that Georgia Tech defense now with his ability to penetrate. Now, they've done a good job, has Oklahoma State, on Lewis, who's back in the game being guarded by Allen. Allen doesn't have to worry about him driving, so he can play him tight for the jump shot.
They tried to steal some minutes with Lewis with the 3 fouls. Shencher.
Good effort by Crawford, just giving up too much size. Solid screen coming up right here.
Allen trying to create. McHenry kept his eye on it. 3-on-1. Jack whips it over. Bynum. Oh, wow.
Man.
And that was Tony Allen going up there.
Now what is the call?
Be on? It's on Allen. Already seen the signal from Donnie Gray. That's number 4.
Allen had no business, Jim, on this one trying to make this play. He's got to know that he's got 3 fouls on him.
I think Bynum had no angle to even make a shot here.
Absolutely. You've got to even give up. Would you give up 2 points to have him just with 3 as opposed to 4 fouls?
Of course.
Absolutely. He's got to think that way.
How about that? That was Allen collecting his 4th as he fouled his high school teammate from Crane Tech in Chicago.
Now that really puts the pressure on Joey Graham. McFarland back in the ball game right now. Eddie Sutton wanted to rest him a little bit longer. So Joey Graham and Lucas are going to have to be the guys to provide the points.
It was Tony Allen who tried to bring Bynum over to Oklahoma State when he sent out word he was leaving Lute Olson's Arizona Wildcats. Decided at the end to go after Georgia Tech, go there. He had been recruited heavily out of high school. But I tell you, his decision to go to Tech may have, in fact, resulted in both of these teams being here, because John Lucas would have never gone to Stillwater had Bynum been there and been the point guard. It worked out well for both sides. Witherspoon inside off the Bobbitt feed.
That's the best attack Oklahoma State has had against that full court pressure. And it was all set up by Lucas dribbling through it to get a good passing lane.
McHenry doesn't shoot often. 3, no good, and Graham.
But you got to take that look, Jim, if you're that wide open.
Averages only 3 points a game. McHenry's had a very active and come up with some big plays. Ball game here today. Graham 2 steps and swish.
He's got the drive. He can go inside and elevate. And he's got the nice 18-foot jump shot.
And he has 14 for the Cowboys. Again, trimming it to 6. Jack off a double pick. And last touch by Bobbitt. So the Cowboys trying to chip away here. 6-point game, Georgia Tech. With the Saturn Lightship hovering high above the River City, and what a festival it's been here. A celebration all along the famed Riverwalk, the Venice of the Americas this week.
Jim, very interesting. Now, Paul Hewitt's going with a small team. First time today he's tried this. Shencher, the only man of size. 3 guards in the ball game right now.
Traveling on McHenry.
And that was great defense by Lucas, not allowing, and Bobbitt, not allowing the backdoor cut by Jack. McHenry had to pull up the pass. The defense was terrific.
Georgia Tech had a big lead of 12 at 45-33. They cut in half.
They said a small team on the floor for Georgia Tech. Looking for Graham.
With Lucas. 8 with Lucas. Stepping back, Bobbitt in the corner, way too long. Marvin Lewis, who set some pace at the beginning of this game with 5 threes in the first half, in the first 12 minutes.
I think we're going to see Jack put the ball on the floor and try to drive to the hoop some with this smaller team on the floor.
Shencher Got his defender behind him. Left hook. Yes.
Beautiful shot. No defense for that for McFarland.
15 points for the 7-footer. 8 in this half.
I was expecting to wheel back to the right, as was McFarland. Went left hand. Just no defense for that play. Lucas wanted to take that shot, lost the handle.
Graham with 3 defenders around him. Draws the foul, and that's going to be the 4th on Marvin Lewis. Monday on The Late Show, catch Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey. And later in the week, Dave's All New with Jimmy Fallon, Usher, and Bruce Willis here on America's Most Watched Network.
Biggest point total on the year for Joey Graham was 36 that he had against Nebraska.
How about that?
Yep. But you can see, you can see him having those kind of numbers next year all the time. I mean, it's the kind of player that he is. He's very difficult to defend. That was the 2nd most points ever scored for Oklahoma State in a home game. Bob Curlin with 58 against St. Louis way back in 46. So the record has stood for a long, long time.
And they have to take Lewis out with the 4. Ishmael Muhammad, the MVP of the preseason NIT, comes onto the floor. Hit a 36 in that one game. That one outburst is a high game by any individual player in the Big 12 this year. And he gets the 2nd to go. 7-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
Still looking inside. McFarland's got his hands full. Georgia Tech picking up their dribble. Oh, that was a bad play that time by Jack. Lucas got down underneath him. They're trying to take advantage of that size differential in the backcourt.
Big Luke's got to realize everyone's not 7-1.
That's right.
He's going to catch his breath. Talk about a smaller lineup. They do have Theodis Tarver at 6'9" on the floor, 44 for the Jackets.
Now Paul Hewitt trying to steal some minutes right now to keep Spencer rested.
I keep wondering about Lucas.
He's got Bynum on him. He's doing a pretty good job. Bynum's took his eye off him looking for the screen. Big mistake.
There it is, his first 3 and his first field goal since 12:29 on the clock in the first half.
Bynum was looking for the screen when he took his eye off. Smart play by Lucas. Recognized, take advantage.
Bynum. That's out of bounds off Bynum.
You see it right here. Look at Bynum, looks back, wondering where the screen is when he takes his eye off his man. See, he looks back, too late.
Pretty familiar spot on the floor for Lucas.
Oh, yeah.
We saw one from that territory last Saturday night.
Confidence coming.
Oh, it'll look good from here. Rattles out. McFarland. Great hustle. 9 minutes left. 4-point game. 16-8 spell here for the Cowboys. Again, Lucas starting to feel it.
Oh,
yes.
You gotta love the guy. Remember last week, horrible first half against St. Joe. Came back strong, doing the same thing now.
Terrific. Georgia Tech. John Lucas. He's worn it down the stretch. He's brought him back within a basket. It is a different team when this young man's confidence is soaring. And we're seeing it now.
Well, when Bynum took his eye off of Lucas, looking for the solid screen to come to his right. And there's John Lucas Sr. looking on. Remember the instructions he was giving him last week from the stands. I haven't seen it here today. But the young man who was most valuable player in the Big 12 stepping up now as he needs to.
And around with the steal, Weatherspoon almost.
And you know, the clock should not have been reset. No, but the referees didn't see it.
Got a fresh 35.
Yep.
Elder, he was bumped out there by Bobbitt.
You saw the mentality of a scorer in Elder right there. He realizes he's got to step up and put some points on the board for his team, even though he's not in as good a shape as he's been.
It's only the second team foul, third team foul, with 8:20 remaining in the game. For the Cowboys, only 3.
Looking for the lob is Muhammad.
McFarland comes over.
Oh,
Muhammad, what a move.
I said, Jim, in that first half, when he elevates, there aren't many people can stay with him. He missed that dunk in the first half. Might have got by with an offensive push-off there. No call. Big basket.
He scored 38 points in 38 minutes in New York back in November when America found out that Georgia Tech was going to be a real team this season when they won the NIT. McFarland, three players converge, and Jack reached in to take it away. It's Muhammad inside. Bobbitt got a hand on it. Belongs to Tech. 7:41 remaining here in San Antonio. Georgia Tech and Oklahoma State look like we're heading down to the wire with this one. John Lucas is starting to simmer.
6-minute mark. He's brought him back in. He realized how important it is now to try to take this lead when his team is on a nice roll.
Schencher, McFarland can't defend that shot.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did Graham go after that ball? I don't think it was going in anyway.
He was trying to back away, I think, at the last second, but
I don't think that ball was going in, Jim. He got a piece of it. There it is. Yeah, that ball was not going in.
It was going to the back of the rim, but he got a fingernail on it, and that's enough for basket interference.
But just was too aggressive. And the best comeback that Oklahoma State has had, down 16 at Kansas State. And that might have turned their season around. Lucas was the winning shot man in that game.
He's got that rolled down. They're here because of his shot last week. That's McFarland, and he draws one on Schencher, and he's got a three-point try.
And Jack points to himself, realizing no sense reaching in. Now watch Jack reach in to commit the foul. No chance to make a play. We've seen bad defensive plays on both ends of the floor the last two possessions. Crawford out, Graham in, Jim, so Eddie Sutton just wanted to get Graham back under control.
Okay, McFarland. They're saying that foul was on Jack, which is his second. So, front of the rim.
Oklahoma State as a team shoots 69%. Falling down there right around at about 65.
Reach around foul that time.
And what Schencher does very well for a big man is he moves his feet instead of trying to use his arms to shield off the defender. And you can see he's so tall, McFarland just can't get around him. That brings Crawford back into the game.
And that puts now 3 on McFarland.
Well, see what
there's Graham out.
Yeah, Graham out. They're probably going to use him on defense. They prove Crawford moves over defensively, puts McFarland out on McHenry. Figuring he's not as big a threat.
It's Muhammad. Boy, Allen was backing off, looking for some help with the 4 fouls. Under 7 to play. Schencher gives it up. Muhammad, and we've got a foul inside. It's going to be on Crawford. Well, McFarland says, wait a minute, what am I traveling?
No, I'll tell you what, Jim, it is so difficult to stop Muhammad. Connecticut found out early in the year, as did Texas Tech. Anybody that tries to stop him, he is so powerful.
And look at the foul situation. 4 for Lewis, 4 for Allen. And Lewis continues to sit on the Tech side.
But Muhammad, not a good free throw shooter, hits that one. He's shooting 47%. Now here you see what's happening. Eddie Sutton now trying to substitute offense and defense. Get Crawford on the defensive end, Graham on the offense.
So that's Schencher out.
How about it? Hits a pair.
Hey, hit 7 out of 7 from the field, though, to beat UConn earlier this year. And we've got UConn Duke coming up later here in San Antonio.
He had 22 big points in that game.
Bobbitt, open wings.
Good long rebound by Graham.
Well, that was a good look.
Yep.
Graham now has 10 rebounds. He's got a double-double. It's Allen.
Nice defense by Muhammad. Like Muhammad's cramping up a little bit out there.
Yeah, he's really grimacing.
Yeah, he's really grimacing.
There's Allen.
Nice speed.
Whipped that one right around the Tech defenders. And John Lucas looking up, cheering on.
Muhammad is running. I don't know if he's going over to tell Paul Hewitt that he's got a problem or he's going over there to get the timeout. Yeah.
He went right by and told his coach, I need some help, and they take the timeout. Look at this pass right here.
Beauty. His problems decision-making here in the second half. Lucas Ani.
4-point game at the final 4.
McFarland trying to go down underneath Schenser right now.
It's Elder. Surprised he didn't try to make a move with Allen. Saddled with 4.
Allen's a lot quicker, though.
4 on the shot clock. Bynum gives it up. And McHenry comes flying in baseline.
Boy, that was a good catch by McHenry because that Bynum again went up in the air with no place to go with the ball. Got lucky.
Graham, no whistle, and out to McHenry again.
Graham could get a better shot than that. Eddie Sutton said he was hit on the arm. But again, the big strength, upper body strength of Elder, able to hold him off.
A good sequence for Tech out of that timeout. A basket and a stop, and looking for more.
Where is Bynum going? Oh, and he called a timeout and got away with it, Jim.
Under 5 to play. Tech in front by 6. Inbound here for the Jackets. Schenser doubled up, leaves Henry open. Free throw line, no good. And that's Bobbitt.
That's twice now McHenry has had wide open shots. He's not a good shooter, but you got to take him when you're that wide open.
It's Allen in traffic. Again, another beautiful assist by Tony Allen, creating something for the Cowboys.
Very difficult to handle.
Marvin Lewis back on the floor with 4 fouls. Inside he goes, Schenser.
What hands, Jim.
And how about the quick catch and release by Schenser?
He does not bring the ball down. We've seen him do that time and time again this year, which is a great asset for a big man.
Having a monster game with 19. Allen and a reach-in call on Tech. That's on McHenry.
Now Allen with 4 fouls. He wants to penetrate. He has to be very careful not to pick up the charge. There were those hands, Jim. Just a nice catch. And watch him. He does not bring the ball down. No chance for the defender to get to him.
Plays like that, he'll be able to realize his dream this summer in Athens. He'd like to play for Australia's Olympic team this August over in Greece. Talking about Schenser. So they put down McHenry with the 3 fouls, and Allen's at the line. And that's the 9th team foul on Georgia Tech, so this will be the final 1-and-1 for the Cowboys.
Muhammad back in the ball game, so I guess that knee of his is ready to go. We'll see, because Allen will be guarding him. The officials trying to keep the players from both teams from coming in the lane a little bit too early. First one in is the guy that creates the violation.
Got them both. 4-point game, 4 minutes to go.
Well, we expected to be good games, Jim. That's exactly what we've got.
With a great atmosphere as well.
Now more wide open. Now he is a pretty good shooter.
And look at Allen with the 4 fouls, aggressively trying to make the theft.
He is terrific at stealing the ball.
Boy, he'd like to have that 4th foul back, the one he fouled Bynum, who puts up the jumper. Will Bynum off the bench with 9.
Boy, he is having a great game individually off the bench as far as putting points on the board. Tough matchup for Lucas. He's so much stronger.
They hold up a sign that says, "Who's your reverse?" from the Oklahoma State bench. Setting the plays, and here's Lucas working on Bynum. And all air, and it's Georgia Tech coming out with it.
Without that timeout, see, he's in trouble. Big foul by McFarland. They should have just kept their hands moving and not reached in. They had Schenser in real trouble.
That is 4 on McFarland. We'll be right back, and we'll win immunity, and you'll see it right here on America's Most Watched Network, Thursday at 8, 7 Central on CBS. Double bonus situation now for Oklahoma State as far as shooting at its end. And the next one committed by the Cowboys will put Tech on the line 1-and-1. And this Georgia Tech team so thoroughly supported by Bobby Crimmins, who took them to the Final Four back in 1990, and who had the court named after Billy this year, the Thriller Dome.
A little pickup, kind of a phony press by Oklahoma State, realizing Jack can probably handle it. Looking for the pick and roll. Shencher again, great position.
McFarland with 4 was on Shencher's back. And underneath, 3-second call on Shencher.
Jim, probably that'll be a violation on Shencher, but what happened? That ball should have gone into him. He had good position on McFarland, particularly with the foul trouble McFarland. The ball should have gone inside on that pass. And now you see Paul Hewitt going offense and defense. McHenry and Mohammed coming back in the ball game now on the defensive end of the floor.
Marvin Lewis hit those big shots early. You wonder if he has one more in him. There's Lucas gunning back of the rim, and look at McFarland snag it with 2 hands. 2.5 to play. Bobbitt hesitated. Now dishes inside and over the back with Mohammed. That'll send Graham to the line for a pair.
That's a good foul, though. You don't want a guy to get that easy when Oklahoma State showing some great interior passing here down this stretch.
4 for Lewis.
Well,
and 4 for McFarland and Allen.
Well, a lot of difference here, Jim. With that deep bench that Georgia Tech has, obviously there's certain guys you don't want to have in foul trouble, but they have replacements at almost every position.
3 out of 5 at the line. Good with that one. And Lewis again, as you said, Billy, offense, defense. Joey Graham will shoot one more. He and his twin brother, Stephen, on this team, groomed at an early age by a coach that formerly took a team to the Final Four, Ted Owens.
Ted Owens, and he took these kids around to the Big 8 area when they were going to go ahead and transfer. Former coach at Kansas, and they ended up at Oklahoma State. Double team for the first time. Jack recognized it. Remember, he has no timeouts.
And there's Lewis coming out with it.
Well, Jack realized he had no timeouts. Remember that bad one that they had to call before by Bynum? Left them without one. 1 left.
2 minutes to go. Still in front by 4, and that's going to be outside on Lucas.
Giving up too much strength. He just can't hold Bynum off.
That'll be a 1-and-1. First foul of the night on Lucas. And let's check the CBS Sports Line stat of the game. No threes in the second half for Georgia Tech.
Bynum an 80% free throw shooter.
Complete stat, CBSSportsLine.com. He had more NCAA tournament experience than Bynum than any other Georgia Tech player coming into the tournament. He had played 3 games as a freshman at Arizona. 1-and-1 and front of the rim.
Never got good extension on that shot. Way short. Huge miss. And a big foul
on Bynum.
The last thing you want to do, and Bynum is not thinking out there very well, is to stop this clock.
And they're in the double bonus, so it'll be 2 shots again on Reminder Sunday. 60 minutes. Did a male nurse get away with murder at one hospital after another? That story and more Sunday 60 Minutes. 1 minute and 52 seconds in this one. Lucas, a good free throw shooter with 2.
What a difference, Jim. Bynum, an 80% free throw shooter, misses the front end of a 1-and-1, then goes down and stops the clock, allows Oklahoma State put a good free throw shooter on the line. Got to play with your hands, your feet, and your head as well.
Did not get the second. But it's a 1-possession game at 3.
Bobbitt, big assignment now to stop Jack. He's got to make him pick up his dribble. And Lewis would be smart to get rid of this ball. He's got the good stealer on him.
They had Lucas with only 1 foul. Bynum coming off a miss. 10 seconds, working, puts up the shot short, tipped around, and it's McFarland. Cowboys can tie it with the 3.
I hear the whistle blowing. Who wants the timeout? Oklahoma State? Yes.
Paul Hewitt thought Bynum had been fouled on the shot. Marvin Lewis shut out the second half. And look out, he traveled.
Great defense by Bobick, and again, Jack tried to go backdoor. Nothing there. It's the second time in this half. Jack went backdoor and was well defended. No passing lane available. You can see Lewis. He thinks he's going backdoor. Cut. It's too late. Bobick does a good job. Lucas did a great job.
Cowboys, if they can... Well, if they just go for the 2 here, they got to like the fact that it's a 1-on-1 at the other end.
Oh, yeah, you're going for 2 here.
And they got slashing to the basket. McFarland, the whistle. And it's still Cowboy ball.
Terrific block on the inside.
39 seconds.
I still think you want to go for 2 here. Eddie Sutton, he's got guys that can penetrate and create even a old-time three-point play.
Looking for a Sutton setup. They call timeout. Ball.
Jim Paul Hewitt has been playing with 3 guards, but they have not been able to handle that ball because it's not staying in Jaren Jack's hands. And there's Miss Sutton watching on. Tough job being a coach's wife in a situation like this.
And Patsy with obvious nerves. Here we go with the Cowboys. 36 seconds and counting. Lucas thought about it, but Shintra was closing in. No chance.
They still ought to be thinking, too. There's plenty of time here to drive.
Well, here you go for the tie.
Got it!
Yes, again! It's John Lucas with the clutch 3.
He's amazing, isn't he? Eddie Sutton calls a timeout to set his defense up.
26 seconds left, and they have fought all the way back from 12 down to tie it.
Unbelievable. Jim, it's a tremendous comeback, and Lucas to have a half just exactly the way he did against St. Joe's, and then come back in his second half and have the guts and determination to take the big shot. You got to take your hat off to it.
We kept wondering, when is he going to do it? And as we were saying it, he hit that 3, and it's been a different story with the momentum here, all Oklahoma State, the last 10 minutes of the game.
Well, very important for Jack to have the ball in his hands to initiate this offense.
Who's the go-to guy here?
I think the go-to guy is keep that ball in Jack's hands. He's going to get double teamed here.
Gets away from it easily. It's Moore out high with 17 seconds and a spot on Monday night's final on the line.
Ask for the ball back. And this is exactly the situation they had against North Carolina.
10 seconds to go in the national semifinal. Bynum with Lucas defending. With 5 seconds, it's Bynum. Fakes outside, drives in. 3 seconds. Bynum! Oh, yes, with 1
It's time.
Lucas launches. No! And Georgia Tech's rambling on to the championship game.
Bynum, who time after time has taken his man, he has been the entire bench from a scoring standpoint for Georgia Tech. Jim, they took advantage of Bynum's strength against Lucas's quickness, and it paid off. Here he comes, set screen. He keeps the ball, that good hesitation dribble, and look at that little fella take it in there, using his power to get the shot off.
And again, Oklahoma State had no timeouts, couldn't set anything up with 1.5 seconds to go.
And you can see Lucas did not want to foul. Bynum's got a lot of guts as well. He's taken some tough shots.
Well, Okafor has been sitting since the 16th.